is ever teaching. And if you desire to learn, become skillful in the art of being present.
What's up, my power plugs? Welcome to an edition of what I'm calling Object Lessons, where I am sharing in real time my journey of growth. So, where are we? We are currently in my closet. Everything in this space is clean, but there is no organization. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just like, What you see in the physical realm, is a representation of a state of mind or a state of emotion in either the mental or the spiritual, and or both. So when we look at this closet and we look at the lack of organization, that shows a representation of how I thought and how I felt past tense. What you're looking at is what is produced by not living your truth, by not living in your purpose, because you are not maximizing the time that you've been given, and the time that we have is very precious. So the question is, why waste one more single moment doing something that does not serve or benefit you in the long run? So now that I don't feel or think like this, in this physical representation of what's going on, I have to fix it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. You have to, every now and again, make room for what is coming. Make room for your life to grow. I cannot tell you how long ago it has been since I have gone through this stuff. You hear me? What you don't want to miss is when your blessing comes, that there's no place for it in your life because you're holding on to something that either has no value at all, which is garbage, or you're holding on to something that has no value to you that someone else needs. Sometimes we hold on to things because we want to get back into them because it no longer fits. What in your life no longer fits you that you're holding on to, that's taking up space, preventing the blessing that is coming your way to have room? Because what we don't, again, I'm going to say it, I can't allow another blessing to come and not have room, to pass right on over me because I was holding on to something from the past that no longer suits me. It no longer fits who I am now. I'm making room for my life to grow because I am in the process of expansion. I'm in the process of becoming who I have always been meant to become. So that means I have to go through some things. I got to remember what to hold on to and what to let go. I'm here with you with an important message. No, I'm here with you for Object Lessons Part 2. Take inventory. So what is the object of today's object lesson? Pow! Ta-da! This trunk, which I've had for years and years and years, and the contents of this trunk is years and years and years old. Sometimes we have possession of things that we don't even know that we have. Are y'all ready for this? Because this one about took me out. So as I grow, because you need to always be inspired by someone who is further along than you on your journey to show you principles of how to grow. So that's what I was doing. I was looking at the journey of someone who's further along in their active success within the field that I am in. And I am watching this video put out by this individual, and they're sharing their journey. They're sharing the tools that they used and how they used them to grow. This individual is sharing the books that they've read and that they've used. And so, you know me, I'm like, oh, that's a good one, that book right there. So I paused the video and I immediately go to the Amazon cart and I put the book in the cart. Go back to the video, watching the video. Ooh, that's good, that's good, that's good. So I'm getting ready to go buy the book and something comes up and I don't. And a whole entire 7 days later, I am looking for something. Understand that all things are connected. So I'm looking for this unrelated item. And it's something that I haven't seen in years. So where do I look? I look in a place that I have not looked in years. And so, you know, I'm digging now. I'm looking, I'm searching, I'm hunting, right? And lo and behold, guess what? I did not find what I was looking for. Surprise, surprise. Here we go. To the point of our object lesson, the trunk, right? I didn't find what I was initially looking for because what I was initially looking for was just a prompt to get me to look for something that I never would have looked for because I did not believe I had it. Why? When I open this trunk and I'm looking for something totally unrelated, this thing about took me out and I about took off running. Why did I find the very book that was in my Amazon wish list? Got my little bookmark here. It was an unread book that I already owned, that I bought several years ago for a totally unrelated class that I never was able to take because the class started after I moved from North Carolina to Texas. So I never was able to take the class, but I had the book. And where was the book? In a place that I had not looked in years. We are conditioned to constantly look outside of ourselves for what it is that we need. I would have paid for something that was already within me. Now you just let that marinate for a minute. And we're back. And so, to come full circle, there are, for those who do not know, I, in my transformative growth, have written and created a self-love deck of affirmation cards that I use for my own growth that I now share with the masses. And to come full circle on this thing, I pulled this random card, and this is where I really almost took off running. the card that I pulled, that I wrote from my own personal experience. Everything I need to succeed, I already have within to manifest, so I'll never be without. You gotta be kidding me, right? I pull this card. Shortly after this experience with finding a book that I needed for growth, that I thought I had to buy, that I already had. You let that sink in. We'll get to this book later because this thing, you will always have what you need right when you need it. That's the object lesson. Take inventory of what you already have. There are things that we think we need without that we already have within. I could go on and on, but I won't. That is object lesson number 2. Thank you. Stay connected and be what you envision. Let's make belief reality.
To change the narrative in your life, take the next step. Invest in yourself and book a life strategy coaching session with me at www.beliefinteriordesign.com. Let's start the journey of making belief reality.